The bells are chiming here in my home office, and I just wanted to say how grateful I am for your presence here on this video, whether you're live or on the replay. I am thrilled to see your bright, shining names going across my mind as I'm thinking about all that I'm grateful for, because believe me, I have a lot to be grateful for, and I trust you do too. As I see you all coming in, I would love it if you would comment saying what you are grateful for today. I'm going to start out with a couple of thoughts, and then I will be sharing comments and chatting up with you, and we'll keep going. Second half of gratitude will be intentions. Again, that's how we rock and roll around here. So one of my favorite quotes that I found to share with you today, it comes from Rilke. And Rilke said, "There are so many days here, none like any other. And beneath all their differences is this great similarity, the gratitude in which they are received." That is Rainer Rilke, one of my favorite thinkers and philosophers. And I love the thought of being grateful for the everyday stuff. So I'm just going to share a couple everyday things. Well, not everyday things. One is really huge. One is that last week, I've been away for a couple weeks from the live stream. Last week, I finished my long-awaited book, and I submitted that book to my designer. And yesterday, my designer sent it back. I have to confess, I've been afraid of look at it because it is such a big deal. I'm so grateful that I completed it. I'm so grateful that I know she did a remarkably beautiful job. I'm so grateful that this morning I submitted payment for ISBN numbers because I'm publishing this under my own company. So I need to have those ISBN numbers. These are things I've wanted to do for so long, and I'm finally doing them. And I'm really grateful, and I'm grateful that I have you to share this with. So let's see who's here and what they are saying. Yay, we have Simply Debbie Sue. Hi, so good to see you, Debbie Sue. And Chris, I'm grateful for healing your finger. Chris, I'm grateful you're here, one of my dear friends from Periscope days. Debbie Sue is grateful for all the leaves crunching under your feet. Absolutely. Debbie Sue, do you notice the great smells when you're walking outside, when you're on the trail? It's like, oh my goodness, the crunch, 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 the scent. It's like, in one of my recent videos, I said, I wish you could smell this. I wish it was smell-o-vision. And Rhonda's in the house. Rhonda, I'm grateful for your presence here so much. You have no idea. I'm grateful for each person who pops in here, each person who shares, each person who participates, each person who even thinks about participating, each person who comes on the replay. It's just like, you're in my life. I'm going to be very emotional today. I'm told that that's important. Thank you for the congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. And then people are talking back and forth, which is always fantastic. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. We love the smells. And Rhonda says, grateful to have some quiet time. Yes. Yes. We definitely, quiet time is exceptionally valuable. In fact, today on my video that will be coming out tomorrow, my short tomorrow, we'll show this really cute area downtown here in Sussex that I discovered to be quiet in, but also to do some people watching. And I'm so glad that I found that too. So thank you so far for sharing what you're grateful for. If any more gratitudes turn up, please let me know. Because as Albert Schweitzer said, the greatest thing is to give thanks for everything. He who has learned this knows what it means to live. If we can be grateful for everything, big, small, almost unnoticeable, life-changing, whether that originally feels good or bad or indifferent. October is a huge month for me personally, with unpleasant things that happened in the past that actually turned into transformational things. And what I want to say about that is, sometimes people use toxic positivity when they say, well, sure, you almost died, but at least you lived. Because I did almost die and I did live. And I'm so grateful that I lived. And yet saying that to someone doesn't make it instantly, spontaneously better. In fact, in my case, sometimes I feel shame when people talk to me about that, even if people who don't mean to make me feel shame. And in some sense, that's my responsibility and I own it. But, you know, the shame comes from having a lot of not so great things happen in my life. So anyway, be grateful. The greatest thing is to give thanks for everything, and specifically. So I would say that as a writer and as a creative, the more specific we can be. So Debbie Sue, did that by talking about specifically grateful for the crunch of the leaves under her feet as she walks. Chris said that specifically for the healing of her finger. She didn't say healing overall. She said the healing of her finger, which is really hard because Chris injured. She's an artist. She works with inks all the time. And when you injure the finger of your dominant hand, it makes it really hard to do that work that you love and that you're good at. And Rhonda was very specific for grateful for the quiet time today, this morning. These very specific things are really important and really magnify that gratitude. Hey, we have some more people in the house. Let's see. Yes, we said that already. Grateful for everything. It's great, simply Debbie Sue quoting some of that Albert Schweitzer back to us. And look who's in the house. Kay and Roe Hiking Happens are here. So glad that you're here, Kay and Roe. One of the joys since last time was when Kay and Roe put out a video of their, well, I know it's not your most recent anymore, but it was a recent hike in Pennsylvania on the Appalachian Trail. And we were on that video. It's like they were on the live. It was so meta. They were on the live, they were on this live 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and it showed up on their video on YouTube. So it was like, oh my gosh. And you can hear that when I get excited, my voice like usually goes up several notes at least, because I was so thrilled that they came on live. Simply W. Sue saw that. I know, it was so much fun. She said, I love that video. I tell you what, in the description to this video, I will add that video. So those of you who did not see it can see it, because it's really fun. And you are basically a part of it just by being here. Oh, look who's in the house, y'all. Mrs. Paula's retirement is here. And in fact, that reminds me that I wanted to name several people, because I did my metrics today. I looked at some of my feedback not from Facebook. This is YouTube. Sorry, YouTube. Sorry, Google. But I was looking at some of my facts and figures as I was working on my YouTube growth for right now, because I do a YouTube growth video. And I just finished that, having some issues with my phone and uploading it. But here's some people who have been big stars on this channel this week. Starting off with Allison's Life After 55. Allison said she might be here today, but she has a very important visitor with her all the way from New Zealand. So I'm not expecting YouTube over 40, Karen or Allison here, but she was the most engaged. With 70 comments, which is really wild. Also, Mrs. Paula Does Retirement showed up. That was pretty cool to see you in there, Mrs. Paula, who I just call Paula. And then also one of the people who were mutual followers, Jay's No Made TV. She crossed over to 1,000 followers this week, which is very exciting. And I wanted to say congratulations. I am, as of today, I just want to make this announcement here because it's something that I'm grateful for. I am grateful to announce that I'm now up to 396 subscribers, which means 104 until I hit 500. My goal is to hit 500 by the new year. So I think I can do that. I think I can do that with all of these different things that I'm up to and trying out and experimenting with. And I see that we have someone else, I believe, in the room. Let's double check and see what's happening. Thank you. Paula said, be sure to like the live. She didn't say that, but she said that she liked this live. So if y'all like this live while you're here, like the replay, I will doctor up the description somewhat so I can make sure to list everybody in there, because I know the more mentions we get, the better off we all are. So yes, I think y'all have met. Oh, that's so good. And Rhonda, congratulations. Thank you so much. I feel very grateful. Every little step. And there's a song, I think from the 80s. And as you know, I love dancing to 80s music. You might not know that yet, but I love to dance to 80s music. So every little step you take, I won't sing it. Although I do really feel like seeing it. Whew. Okay, so we've done a lot of gratitude stuff. Anybody else? What are you grateful for? What are you grateful for that's happened this week or the last few weeks since we've been here? I'm grateful that I've done so much traveling. Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Who would have known what an incredible spot that is? It is like my new favorite small town. I think I should get money for the PR I've done for them, because people are loving that video. That video is like one of my most popular skyrocketing videos. Although, I mean, to some people, it's not much of a skyrocketer. I think it's like up to 90 views or something. But I'm like, that was really fast. It totally put my, like, I have a writer's pep talk. I plan to do writer's pep talks every week. That video is not doing well. I think I got spooked. I got kind of spooked, I was going to say. I kind of got discouraged because I accidentally uploaded 2 videos, and so that didn't work very well. Yeah, it's learning though, and I'm grateful for all the learning. I also was at Amherst, Massachusetts. I was in Indiana, Pennsylvania. That video will be coming. I was just working on finishing one. Yes, I have one coming out about Pittsburgh. A visit to Mr. Rogers. You're the first to know my visit to Mr. Rogers is coming up soon. I think I made it through that. Oh yeah, I don't show myself crying on that video. But I'm going to be showing a video from the Flight 93, which is a very emotional video where I'll be sharing, I don't have the book with me, I'll be sharing my essay from Chicken Soup for the Soul of America. Very meaningful, incredible place. I need to go back, but I decided I can't go there by myself. I need to go with someone else. I'm not going to cry again. I need to go there with someone else because it's a very emotional, sacred spot. And being there by myself was pretty overwhelming. Whew, so I'm grateful for that experience. I'm grateful for all of Amherst. You're going to see Emily Dickinson's home, photos from the actual furniture in her home, the bed where she actually slept. You're going to be seeing the Robert Frost Trail twice, different parts of the Robert Frost Trail. Now, for some of you who love poetry, there's Robert Frost, and some of you who are like, yay, hiking. So again, I'm trying to mix up my interests in different ways. So let's see what y'all are saying, and then we'll come back to intentions. Lots of comments going on, so I want to make sure that everybody gets included in the conversation. I'm hoping you can see the comments as they come pass through. Okay, thank you, Paul. Paul says, go, Julie. Thank you. I'm going. And thank you. Debbie Sue saw the video from Bethlehem. It's an incredible place. Can Rowe told us about the peep drop. Did you say anything? Let's see. I think you did, Can Rowe. I think you did. Thank you. The videos sound great. I think so. But Can Rowe told me about a peeps drop. And Can Rowe, if you're still here, if you want to say anything about that peeps drop, because I literally told my daughter about that. In fact, I think it was just day before yesterday. I said that she's as excited about Bethlehem as I am. And, we're looking for places to road trip and stuff. And I'm like, I need to go back at Christmas time, but I think I need to go back at New Year's. I need to go see that peep drop. In Flagstaff, Arizona, they have a pine cone drop, which is, I think, similar, at least in my mind. I'm imagining that the peeps drop is like something like the candy, is it a candy? The peeps? Yeah, a big peep. And the peep is like the candy, right, Can Rowe? It's like, or like that, I don't know what to call it, that snack, that sugary snack thing that looks like a chicken, kind of. So it's a big peep that they drop on New Year's Eve. In Flagstaff, it is a big pine, or a glittery pine cone, because Flagstaff is not cactus land. Flagstaff is a mile-high city. Oh, I don't know what to call the marshmallow peep. It's so funny. So yeah, that is just quirky enough to have my little heart. The peeps from Easter time. I think that's, it's Easter time, New Year's Eve. We all have our favorite things, and I would say that Bethlehem is a kind of place. It's just quirky enough to get by with having a peep associated with Easter for New Year's. I just find that delightful. And I was at the Moravian bookstore, which is the longest continually running bookstore in all of the United States, second in the world. Anybody want me on their trivia team? I'm glad to play. I know a lot of ridiculous facts that nobody else cares about, but can help win trivia. I was going to say that Carole King is someone I met at the Moravian bookstore. She's not the Carole King. She's a Carole King. Just like I'm related to William Blake. William Blake is an amazing poet and artist. And my grandmother told me that I was related to William Blake. And I literally told people, many people, that I was descended from William Blake. Turns out I am descended from a William Blake, but not the William Blake. I'm descended from a William Blake in Iowa. I was disappointed. Anyway, we'd like to go into a segue into intentions. So what do you intend for this week? I'm glad to see. This is Paula, loves trivia. Good. We should play trivia. You know, trivia is fun to play on live stream. We should do that sometime. I think that'd be really fun. Also, playing the game Two Truths and a Lie is really fun to play on live stream. I don't know if you ever tried that, but it's really fun. And here is the fact of the day. K and row hiking happens with the fact of the day that Bethlehem is the home of the peep. And you know, when I went to Bethlehem, all I thought was Bethlehem Steel. And instead, I find that Bethlehem is the home of the peep. Bethlehem is the home of the oldest continually running bookstore in the United States. Bethlehem has a UNESCO cultural site. So I don't know if it's the only one in Pennsylvania. That's the second World UNESCO site I've come across since I've been doing my traveling. Okay. I love this. Simply Debbie Sue comes through with her intention to laugh more, even if it's at or with yourself. As you've seen today on this live stream, I've been laughing quite a bit and crying too a little bit. That's a fantastic intention. And I hope next week when we come back, Debbie Sue, you will tell us that you were indeed able to do this. I would say that my intention for this week, yes, I'm with Rhonda on the same great intention. My intention for this week is about being, and I want to be courageous even when I'm feeling scared, because with the book being done and with working with my designer to get it all finished, it is extremely scary to me. I'm going to cry again. It's like I was explaining this to my my book club, which is like a church-based book club yesterday. I said, this is not like my usual stuff, which is like fact-based, you know, inspirational advice. This is like putting myself out there all my heart and soul. It can take a lot of courage. And I want to have a publication date in mid-November, which means that I need to hit the ground running with marketing. And so I need to be brave and do all of this. And I need to do all of that work that comes with marketing. And so it's big to stay courageous because it's been hard to stay that courageous. Okay, we have some great intentions coming in. Rhonda, my intention is to get ready for a ladies retreat happening in 2 weeks. You're on the board that puts it on. That's amazing. Fantastic. Those women who come to the retreat will be so blessed by your work. I know they will. This is Paula. Be more active and eat more guacamole. It's your birthday week. When is your birthday, Paula, if you'll tell us? I love that. Being more active. I'm loving my morning walks. I found this week that when I missed my morning walk, because I missed one day, it was not good. It was not. My body feels so much better from taking a morning walk. It's so simple. And it's not like I'm walking miles. I'm just out there doing my thing, being the sunshine or the rain, whatever. It really works. So do you mind, Paula, if I ask you throughout the week how that's going? Because that's part of intention, is to ask each other and to follow up. So like we'll say, hey, Rhonda, we're thinking of you with your retreat. And Paula, are you getting out there? Oh, Sunday the 12th. Okay, let's see. Mark that on my calendar. Sunday the 12th. Here's my planner. I'm going to write that in here. Okay, Chris has one too. Okay, Chris's intention is to be mindful of her true priorities and editing out things and activities that do not support her goals. Very clear. And then having her healing finger makes her realize better what's important and what is optional. That is so true. And that goes along with what I'm talking about with not getting blocked as I get my book out there and as I start promoting it. And doing things like working to get on podcasts and asking people to do reviews and asking people to share and seeing how much I can do PR. So, okay. Paul's birthday is the 12th. Happy birthday, Paula. The board does a skit. Oh, you're working on your costume. That reminds me, does anybody have, I'm working on a costume too so I'm going to put up I'm always working with my banners, wanting to be really professional. And actually I'm overtime. I usually try to stay by quarter after. So we'll stay for about 5 more minutes theater girls saying five till closing, five till the end of Act 2. Costumes. Are any of y'all dressing up for Halloween? By the way, there's Southerners in the house, and I'm from Bakersfield, which is practically Southern. We have a lot of folks from Arkansas and Oklahoma. And so I say y'all a lot. And when I'm around all you fabulous ladies from the South, I kind of fall into that myself. I am going to dress up as Mother Goose. Mother Goose, not the goose, but the woman who is called Mother Goose, who actually, if you didn't know, more facts that I know, is that she came from French fairy tales, from Charles Barrows, I believe, that fairy tale writer. And she was a woman who told stories, who had a goose. She wasn't actually a goose, she had a goose. And so I was looking for fabric to make a skirt or a cloak, something that identifies the goosiness of me. I do have a long black skirt that I was thinking of wearing, but I want to have something really whimsical for a wrap. I have a top, I have the other things. I also need a hat. And I saw when I was doing online shopping that people actually have garden gooses. Do any of you have like a statue, a garden goose? And you can dress them in different outfits. I'm like, oh man, now I want a garden goose because I'll be giving out candy at my daughter's house. I would love to sit on her stoop with that garden goose. And myself all decked out. And I was thinking I might even go around collecting books from thrift stores and stuff and wrap them, with bows and just make a basket. Because some kids might want a book as well as candy. You never know. Okay. Oh, here we go. Rhonda's going to be the Mad Hatter. Oh, your theme is Alice in Wonderland. That will be so cute. And Debbie Sue, I'm with Debbie Sue saying I hope that there will be photos in the video. Apparently there will be photos. So. Oh my goodness, you've been wanting one of those gooses. Well, if you get a goose, I get a goose. We can have our gooses get together on a live stream. How about that? I really think I'll get one because that is like ridiculously me. And I'm really trying to be even more of me than I have before. So ladies, gentlemen, people, I am so grateful that you've been here today with me. I'm going to pop up the banner again about grateful. Oops. Hang on a second. There we go. What are you grateful for? So live and replay viewers, I hope each and one of you felt like you were valued and welcomed and that you enjoyed sharing what you're grateful for and also your intentions. If you haven't had a chance yet to share your gratitudes or intentions, please do so in the comments where they show up. If you're on the replay, they'll show up underneath the video. I hope that you will comment. And also the people that for the replay that you see listed if you look in the description, people who are here will be listed in there. And also the people who I listed, like Allison's Life After 50 and Jason Made TV will be on there. I wish I could think of what I said. Oh, so when I saw Mr. Rogers, you'll see you'll see my Mr. Rogers videos coming out on Wednesday. So day after tomorrow. And I talk about Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and how important Mr. Rogers was to me when I was a little girl because he made me feel safe. I felt safe in his neighborhood. And sometimes I think that what I'm creating here on YouTube is kind of like creating a neighborhood where adults who were once children know that they feel loved and welcomed, and that literally every time you show up here live or in comments in my videos, that I feel blessed by your presence. So thank you so much for being here, everybody. Thank you for coming along. We'll see you next Monday. I appreciate your support, love, and I'm grateful every time we get together. Thanks so much. Bye.